G'day, Matt here from UAV Wholesale. We're now going to do a water test of the splash drone. We've actually just put it under the water just to make sure it holds, and it seems like there's a good seal there, so no dramas there. So we'll see how we go. We'll go for a little bit of a fly over the water first and check our GPS and everything, and then we'll see if we can land on the water. Righto, so we're above the water at the moment. Just going to lock it into GPS. The transmitter's telling me I've got 10 satellites, which should be ample. Okay, so GPS hold's working fine. Not that I'll be using GPS hold in the water, but all functions are fine. We've got 11 satellites now. We've got plenty of batteries, so we'll go for a quick fly over the water, and then we'll come back and see how she performs in the water. Okay, so we'll bring it down. Everything seems good. Okay, and we'll go in. Alrighty, and there she is. She's in the water. Okay, so one thing I can guarantee is that it does float. Seems to float okay, so I'll shut the motors down at the moment. We'll start them up again, and we'll go out to the end of the jetty and have another go, and hopefully the motors go. There we go, they're all spinning. And we'll lift her off. Okay, we'll go down the end of the jetty. Alright, so you can see it's still dripping wet, but obviously the motors are still fine, so we'll give her another dunk in now. I'm just going to cut my throttles. Well and truly the motors have got a fair bit of water in them there. And we'll start her up again. And yeah, it takes off out of the water very smooth, even considering there's probably a little bit of friction there. That's still in manual mode too. I haven't played around with GPS since. So we'll just go for another fly around here. We've got a duck that we can hassle. Okay, so this time I didn't dunk it in. Motors are still revving pretty high. I have been asked to demonstrate whether you can steer it on water pretty much like a hovercraft. So I'm going to give that a go now. I'm going to keep it on the water and see if I can steer it around. So we'll go forward. And as you can see, it's pretty much like a boat. I'll head around to the left. Obviously, you've got to be careful for your props not to dig in, especially when you get a few waves happening. But quite clear that you can drive it around. And it's not requiring much input on the stick to actually be able to do that. If you go any further, no doubt the props will dig in like that. So yeah, you're not going to get much out of it. Backwards, we'll come backwards. I'm just keeping the throttle at the same, not even touching the throttle, just keeping it at the same output. So yeah, quite easily handles it. We'll try what the roll does. So we'll bank to the left. And as you'd expect, goes to the left and back to the right again. That's fine. So luckily the carbon props come in handy. I'm just going to take off again. So the carbon props don't seem to worry them when they're hitting the water. Seems to perform as advertised. We'll put it up and see if we can get a GPS hold out of it. I'm now showing 12 satellites, so we'll just go out here and see if I can get a hold happening. Otherwise we know that the GPS has got wet. Let's hope that's not the case. Okay, I've just put it into GPS hold there now, so holding position pretty well. We'll just put it up a bit. G'day, Matt from URV Wholesale again. Just down a bigger lake this time, and just doing a little bit more testing of the splash drone. So as we made mention before, I'm just going to, you can see that you can fly around the water wherever you want, right or left. And then the props will just keep digging in and digging in. Doesn't seem like they'll give way, but yeah, you can basically fly this thing, or drive this thing like a boat. So with a GoPro camera attached to it, you could get some good photography underwater, I would say, or some videos. So quite handy for that as well. And then, yeah, when you've had enough, you can just come out of the water and land on dry land.